Right, okay, so I'm going to bring my microphone over. So I've been faffing around trying to get this to work rather than use my phone because I can't. I've bought a microphone, but it has to be plugged into the phone, which is no good for us because I need to be able to have it on me and to record. So I'm going to use this product called Cyberlink webcam, and I'm on one of my old netbooks. It's a bit rubbish and the picture's not very good, but let's see how this goes, and it will always improve because I'm looking at what else I can get. And the trouble is, at the moment, if you try and order anything off Amazon, I'm going to have to wait about a month to get anything because of what's going on at the moment. So I'm going to start with a standing warm-up. I'm going to do it very, very sort of brief, quick one. Just a few circles and things like that, just to warm up the shoulders, etc. And then we're going to go straight down, and I'm just going to put the microphone down here. So I think what we're going to do is come up. That's it. So, and I'm going to take the feet out wide, and we're just going to do our circles. So it's going to look a bit funny because the video can't keep up. So it's pretty rubbish. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We're doing something. It's better than nothing, isn't it? So, and then we're going to take the arms and change direction. And my knees are creaking and cracking. I wonder if yours are. And I feel cold as well. I've just put the heating up. Last one. And then we're going to bring the feet back in. And I think what we'll do is we're just going to do a small kick and back. So let's just think about squeeze the abs in and release. So breathe out, breathe in, breathe out and in. Just feel that contraction in your abdominals as you bring the knee up. I've lost count. We'll do one more. And we'll change over. Excuse me, to the other side. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, bring the feet back down, and we're just going to do you remember we do our pedals? We're just going to pedal, so lifting one heel at a time. And I'm clicking again on my knees. And bring the heels down. Let's just lift the toes and spread the toes, and then relax the toes and lift the heels and come back down again. And then what we're going to do, just make sure I've got enough room, don't hit the wall. I'm going to take my arm round, I'm going to bend the knees and just take that arm behind and then come forwards. And then we're going to change over to the other side, nice circle. And change direction. It feels very weird doing it to nobody, and bring the arms down. Okay, so, and I've just signed up to do YouTube Live, and I should be able to do that in about 24, 48 hours. So I'm going to just move my microphone over, because I haven't really decided what I'm doing. I'm only going to do probably 20 minutes, half an hour, to see how this works, and I'm not quite sure even how I'm going to upload it. So I'm just going to change my screen, so hopefully you'll be able to see me. Okay, that's it, something's opposite. There we go. So let's make it up as we go along then. So we're coming down into our crook position. Okay, you can just about see me, can't you? Well, that's fine. So we're going to start with making sure the feet are hip width apart. feet are flat on the floor, knees are hip width apart, and we're going to find neutral spine. So let's just have a go at just squeezing, pushing the back into the floor, then releasing, then pushing it down, then releasing, until we find that midway point that feels comfortable. For me, I can get my hands completely under, but not everybody will. So arms down by your side. And we'll start just with that basic stretch, if I've got enough room. I think I'm going onto my onto my fireplace. So stretching away. We're keeping that neutral spine as we stretch. So it's quite good actually to show you. So what some people will do is they'll lift the ribs up, and then the back gets worked too much. So we don't want to be using the back. We want to use and utilise the abdominals. So keep that back in the right place. Use the abdominals to protect your back. So last one. Okay, brilliant. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to bring the knees up. We're coming into our tabletop position. Okay, so I can actually see what I'm doing, which is good. So a lot of people, it's quite good actually, tend to sort of be in this position with the legs, with the feet up. So let's try and always think about feet coming down so they're in line with your knees. And then sometimes people will come into this position just because it helps with their back. But if you can imprint the back down, bring the knees slightly further forward so you can see that kind of 90-degree bend roughly. Relax the shoulders, keep that imprint. You're going to breathe out through the mouth, breathe in to return, breathe out. It's quite good watching myself, see where I'm going wrong. No, I'm doing okay, I think. So don't forget breathing out, then in. And keep that back imprinted. That's the main thing, really. And think about your neck as well. Sometimes I tense my neck, so keep everything as relaxed as you can. So we're doing our last one. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Just give your back a little bit of a roll. Excellent. Okay. So let's bring one foot down at a time. And I think what we'll do, we won't do too much on our backs at the moment. We're going to do a little bit of low back stretching as well. I've been in the garden today. Some of you might have been as well, especially if you're been at home. And I've also been working for my other job in dispatch. So I've been standing for 4 hours in one go. So my back's feeling a little bit sore and it needs a bit of a release. So, but first of all, we just work on our abdominals. Let's go into our ab prep. So we're lifting up. We're going to sort of work into the abdominals. So contract the abs. We can feel it nice and hard. And then we're going to lift and lower. So think about, we're coming down. I'm going to look after my neck because I'm not very good at controlling that. So again, breathe out, breathe in. So we're lifting, but we're contracting at the same time. Feel that contraction. But also keeping the shoulders and the neck as relaxed as you can. And we never go all the way down. I find it's better for my neck as well. So next one will be your last one. And we're coming all the way down. It's quite difficult for me to take the whole class, actually do the whole class, because normally I'm walking around and checking up on you. So I can't do that at the moment, which is a shame. But you never know. If I could get some software, Zoom or something, where I can see what you're doing, and we might be able to do that at some point, but we'll see. It depends on how long we're going to be in this situation, doesn't it? Okay, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to take the arms up to the ceiling. We're going to keep that neutral spine position, and we're going to do our rib cage closure. So breathing out through the mouth, Keep the ribs down. Breathing in and breathe out to bring the arms back to the ceiling. So back. I'm breathing out. I just breathed in then. Silly thing. Okay. Okay, breathing out. And out. Last one. Bring the arms down. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is taking the arms out to the side. We're going to just support the neck slightly. Again, contracting the abdominals and lifting. And then we're coming from side. I'm probably going to hit the microphone to the side. I haven't given myself a lot of room. Oops, I thought I'd turned my phone on silent. That's, I might change that in a second. I always tend to breathe out as you come to the side. So next one's your last one. And let's just roll back down. Bring the knees into your chest. And then keeping that position, we're going to lift the legs, cross them over. Let's have a go at the, I forgot what I call it. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, we're going to squeeze the abs, lift and lower. And again, just be really careful with the shoulders, because often what we do, we tense as we do it all. So let's try and keep the shoulders relaxed. Breathe out and in. I can feel that working. I haven't done any Pilates since last Thursday when I ran the classes. So it'll be good for me too. Last one. Brilliant. Okay, bring knees into the chest. Bring one foot down at a time. Lovely. Okay, so I think I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do our single leg stretch next. So bring one knee in, bring the other leg out. So this is where you can keep your head down on the block if you want to, and you can just change. But I still would like you to do the breath. So what I like you to do is breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So it doesn't have to be fast. So if you're staying down with your head down, you can continue like this. However, if you'd like to come up into lifted position, you can come up. You just feel that the abdominals are working that little bit more, especially as you bring the knee in, and just that little bit of an extra squeeze into the abdominals. I can feel that. Last one coming up. Whew. And bring the knees in. Okay, just roll that back. And then we're going to go straight into our double leg stretch. Knees in, so breathe out and in. So if you're keeping your head down, we're going to keep that back imprinted. Don't let the back lift up. Feel the abs working. And then I'm going to come up to lifted position. I'm going to stay in lifted position. And I'm going to support my neck slightly. So we are breathing out, breathing in. I'm going to have a go of the arms. And this more a bit more advanced. I can really feel that working. We're going to do one more. Feel that work, the deep abdominals. And come down. Phew. Okay, bring the feet down. Okay. So next I'm going to do, we're going to come up to seated position. So let's do a roll up. And just have a little stretch forwards if you want to. Okay, so I think what we're going to do now, let's do something on our fronts and stretch the back. So I'm just going to move the microphone around a little bit. Actually, I'm just going to have a quick look on the screen to see where we are. No, I can't see. Doesn't matter. So we're going to come down, bring that round here, onto our fronts. That's it. So head down, arms are out to the side. It's weird because it's a cold floor. It's a cold floor. It's not as warm as at the beach hill room. So arms are out to the side. You can just about see it, can't you? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to bend the left knee, and then that foot sort of in line or in parallel to the floor, to the ceiling, and we're going to squeeze the glutes, pull the navel up as well slightly as we squeeze and release. So squeeze and release. Last one, squeeze into your glutes, release, bring the leg down, change over to the other side, squeeze and release. And I feel like I'm getting a bit of cramp in my hamstrings. That's because I've been doing too much gardening, I think, today. Okay, last one. Bring the legs down. So let's just do some work on our lower back and have a good stretch. So dart exercise, arms down by our sides. Pull the navel in and up and stretch. And coming back down again. So breathe in to prepare, breathe out, pull the navel up as you, or think about lifting your belly button and keeping that lifted while we're stretching and releasing back down. And again, lift the belly. And really push the shoulders down your back. Really pushing the fingers down towards your toes. Just feel that lower back stretch. We're going to do one more now. And release. And then we're going to come up onto our elbows. So we're going to do our half plank. So hands, arms out in front, shoulders, squeeze the shoulders back. And we're going to keep those knees down, and we're going to really lift the tummy, lift the belly up, and keep lifting until you come up into your half plank position. Squeeze the shoulders back. Keep breathing. It's quite funny just to look at myself and release back down. My eyesight's not the best, so I can't see an awful lot. Okay, so think about that. It's the tummy first. Lift. Keep squeezing, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You could be shaking like me. That's absolutely fine. Squeeze the shoulders back as well. I can hear people in the kitchen. My dinner's nearly ready. So what are you guys having tonight, or what have you had? Or because you might be watching at another time. But it's Thursday night at the moment, and it's 6:38, and I'm going to have jacket potatoes shortly. Again, we're going to do one more. Keep lifting. Keep going. Just keep lifting. Keep breathing. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Wonderful. So come up now into your shell stretch. Coming down. Really stretch into the shoulders, into your lower back. And then take the stretch over to the left side. And then back into the middle. Oh dear. And over to the right side. Okay, back into the middle, and then we're just going to come onto our sides. I'm going to just move the microphone. That's about it. And we're going to come into our normal stretch position. I'll bring that in. Okay, so we're going to, what should we do? We did some leg circles last week and things, didn't we? So I'd probably say, let's do, first of all, we're going to do clam. So first of all, thinking about pull the navel in, we're going to lift that waist slightly, get the abdominals nice and contracted, and we're just going to open and close. So breathe out, breathe in. I can just about see myself working on that. Always think about the feet being in line with your bottom or your hips. And then we're going to lift the feet and we're going to just make that a bit larger. And then after this one, I'm just going to take it up to another level. So we're going to open, straighten, back to open and close. Open, straighten. I'm just moving the microphone slightly in case you hear something. One more. So that was 6 altogether. And close. So you can feel that. Then we're just going to straighten both legs. And again, think about what's happening here. Don't let the tummy all splodge out. You want to try and pull that navel in, lifting the waist off so you can feel the difference, the tension, and then lift, squeeze, lift both legs and release. So really good tightening of the abdominals. I think it helps, it seems to help with how your back feels as well. See if we can have a laugh at my expense. See if I can put my hand on my waist. So really squeeze into the abs. See if I can lift. I have to do it more slowly and then lower. That's the hardest bit, I think, lowering. I'm going to do one more in that position. Okay, I succeeded. Okay, so I'm coming up. And I'm going to change over to the other side, so just move the microphone over to here. So we're coming down into doing our clam work. So open and close. Of course, before that we've pulled in the navel, we're lifting the waist, so you should feel good sort of tension in the abdominals. Breathing out, breathing in. I think we're ready now to lift the feet. We're going to open and close. Breathe out and in. So we're squeezing here still. We're trying to lift if we can. Now we're going to add in the extra bit. So we're going to open, straighten, open and close. Open, straighten, open, close. We'll do last one. Open, straighten, open, close. Lovely. And then straightening out the legs, just if I can. And we're going to lift the waist, pull the navel in. So think about neutral spine, and then we're going to lift and lower. Breathing out, breathing in. This is working your abdominals rather than your glutes now. So I'm going to have a little go at taking my, don't feel so so balanced on this side. Let's have a go. Ooh. not quite. Yeah, I don't feel so balanced. It's funny, isn't it? There's always one side that's not so easy. So there you go. It proves it that we're not the same on each side. Okay, so I'm coming up. I'm going to just move the microphone. I think what I'm going to do is just do our stretch. And we're just about to come. This is just a quick one, really, to keep you going, and just to kind of test out what I've got at the moment. I don't really know. I think using this microphone is much better. But anyway, the proof is in the pudding, isn't it? So let's just take the right leg over the left and just squeeze the legs in. So what we're trying to do is encourage that knee away from us slightly. So try not to just bring the knee in. Try and bring this one out away from you, so you just get a better stretch into the glutes. Great, and release. Change over to the other side. Draw the leg in, and again, this is not my good side. You're seeing all my flaws now. And just keep squeezing, keep stretching, and just encourage that knee away. Brilliant. And then we're going to bring the knees in, just lifting the feet slightly, and we're just going to take them. So I'd probably encourage you to take your arms out, but I haven't got much room. So we're just going to go hip rolls from side to side. For me today, because I've done a lot of work, on my back's a bit achy, I'm just going to take them feet down to the floor. So if your back is not very happy with that movement, because you've got to really think about using your abdominals, especially to bring you back into the middle, then just bring your feet down to the floor. So I hope this has been useful. I am going to do more, and it's a bit of an experiment at the moment. It's all been sort of, what's the word, kind of rushed and put on us, really. I mean, this time last week or the week before, we wouldn't have thought we are where we are now. But let's make the best of it, and we'll see where it goes from here, really. So I'm going to just stretch out, take the arms over your head if you can, if you've got the space. Breathe in, breathe out, come up. And then we're just going to come into the middle. Just move the microphone, and then we're just going to roll each shoulder, and we're going to take 2 breaths to finish. So take a breath in and out, and in again and out. Well done, thank you very much. So I don't know how long this lasted. I've got no idea, but so hopefully this will just give you something to keep you going. And it'd be great to get some feedback to see how it went with the microphone, because I'm not quite sure. It's a USB microphone, and I think it's quite a good microphone, but I don't know how I would work that with if my phone was videoing it, because I know the phone would be a better video than this, because the quality is awful. So there's lots of things to think about, but let's go with it. And any thoughts or suggestions, then just let me know. I'm happy to help, and I'm glad I've had some really good, really positive feedback so far. And so thank you, thank you. I do really appreciate it, and let's move forward, and let's go from here and enjoy what we can, enjoy it if we can, even though we're at home, we're not all together, because we will be together at some point, hopefully later on in this year. So thanks very much. I'm signing off, and I will see you in the next video.